Duffman has a bad feeling about this.
All right, welcome to another 902 gaming video. And today I'm going to continue my series of deck lists from January 10th. Today we have Blue-Red Giants. This is an interesting one because there are a few cards that are not actually available through packs. I think I've talked about this before in one of my other videos. The Surtland Flinger is not available through the Kaldheim booster packs. You actually have to get it separately. It might have been available at one time through the pre-constructed deck or something like that. I guess there was a few cards from Kaldheim that had that were in a pre-constructed deck. There's an Angel. This is one of them, and I kind of thought it was interesting. 5 mana, 4/6, and whenever it attacks, you can sacrifice another creature, and it deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to any target. If it was a giant, it deals double that damage. So for example, if you have Zalto out and you sacrifice, will deal 14 damage. That's pretty good. There's a few other things. I think Fire Giant's Fury is also not available through packs. I think that's the only other one. Maybe Squash as well might not be available through packs. It might just be through the Giants pre-constructed deck that might have been available at one point. I don't know. I wasn't playing Magic at the time when Kaldheim came out. But I thought it was interesting. It's a bit different. Again, we see sort of this might actually even be the pre-constructed deck. I'm not 100% sure. But we're going to give it a try anyways, just because it looks kind of fun. It's a little bit different. It did make... Actually, it doesn't say Platinum and Mythic. It doesn't say anything. That's strange. Okay, well, just looks like they picked a best of something that was different. Maybe it's not a Platinum or Mythic rank. That's strange. That's the first time I noticed that. Anyways, it's not playing any of the learn mechanic, and there's a bunch of lessons in the sideboard. I'm not quite sure why that is. It's almost like they just decided to put ones that are in the color. Maybe it had some of the learn mechanic in it originally and they took it out. They just left their sideboard. But yeah, some interesting stuff. So you have the reflections of a lit Jara. And then I guess it just copies all your giants and stuff, which is pretty sweet. Cyclone Summoner to bounce everything. You have a sweeper and Battle of Frost and Fire, which is great unless you're playing against another Giants deck, which I have many, many times when I've played this card. This is probably the best giant in the format. But we have some other stuff too, and we'll see how it kind of shakes out. It's kind of interesting. It's got some card advantage, card draw. You got the best creature land as well. Some of the worst lands as well. They might be playing the 4 just to be able to have this enter the play untapped. That's one of the benefits of this, because I don't see any other reason why you would play this. And maybe they just didn't want to get the other dual lands from Crimson Vow. So we'll just play this best of 1. It doesn't seem like it was a best of 3 deck, just because there's no 15-card sideboard. But I just enjoy playing best of 1 anyway. I think you get a little more variety, and I'd rather just not play against the same decks over and over and over again in every single video. It's kind of, it's kind of redundant and not very much fun. And probably not very much fun to watch either. All right. We got some card advantage. We curve out a bit. So that costs 2 mana, 6 damage. That's actually pretty good if you control a giant. That's a pretty sweet curve here. That's pretty good too. I think this is a definite keep. We'll just play that out. How many lands? I'm playing 24 lands, okay. So I think this one's better. Yeah. Get the Scry too. I need some land, so okay. We're gonna keep both of those. That's pretty good, actually. That would have been better than that one. Yep. Oh, is it? I thought it was any target. Target opponent or planeswalker. Okay, cool. Whenever a creature, planeswalker, your opponent controls is dealt damage. If a giant wizard or spell you control dealt this damage, you would draw a card. I don't want to actually do that. We're gonna play him out. I don't want to be forced to play this as a 3-mana creature. Now I have Squash for the troll. What was the last one? The next giant spell costs 2 less to cast. Okay. So that's legendary. So this will cost 4 mana. I think I'm just gonna Squash here. And I think we're going to cast Glimpse the Cosmos. I need some more land. Doesn't really matter at this point. Take this one. Attack. So... hopefully that's not too loud. Okay, well that's pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna play this as red. So I can play the Charger, which will deal 4. That's 8. I can deal. I still have Glimpse the Cosmos that I can cast with this. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to take... it's 5 mana. And probably I'm going to need something like this. Now I can block, and then I'll have this Charger. They might have the... okay, that's fine. Yeah. Sure. Okay. It's interesting. I'd like to be able to cast this. But I don't think I'm actually going to have any time to do that. Treasure token gives me nothing. I think I have to play this. We're just going to play this down. Not going to attack. So this is an interesting combination as well. He'll deal 4 damage. Yep. So it should deal 4, yeah. And I think this will win me the game. That was pretty sweet. That was actually pretty sweet. The the Crush the Weak is actually a very powerful spell. Very similar to the one that deals damage to the vampires. They weren't playing a traditional mono green deck. I think they were playing a few extra cards in there. But that's fine. We'll play one more, see how it does. So far, I like it quite a bit. The interactions between the one that doubles giant damage and the Quakebringer is pretty powerful. I mean, essentially it puts your opponent, on a 5-turn clock if they can't remove them. This isn't that great. But I have some removal and maybe some card draw here. I definitely seem to need more red mana than anything else. Oh, this is Foretell on it too. Wow. Okay, that's pretty sweet too. Yeesh. They're playing control, so likely Crush the Weak isn't going to do a whole lot here. I'm going to pass, and I'll have Prismari Command to maybe loot away one of the Crush the Weaks. They might not be though. They might be playing they're likely playing some kind of sure. They're definitely playing a blue-white control deck. And discard that and discard the Quakebringer. I think. Yeah. I'm not quite sure what they're playing just yet, so likely they're playing blue-white control, but why they would do that on their main phase, I don't know. They probably have lots of removal, so this might be a tough matchup. Yeah. Well, there's not a whole lot I can do. Play another one. It's likely going to be a bad matchup for me no matter what. Okay, maybe they're playing enchantments then. Interesting. I don't want either of those, I don't think. Maybe I do. Let's attack. Yep. That's fine. You probably have some way to get rid of it. I'm sure they're playing a bunch of Borrowed Time. Probably have a Hollowed Haunting as well in the deck. That's what it looks like right now. They likely have a counter spell here. I'm going to guess, but I have to play it anyway. Doesn't really matter if they do or not. Yep. Do I have another one? Yeah, it's fine. We are going to attack. Yep. Yep. Okay. We're going to cast Glimpse. Yeesh. I think I have to take that one. And we're just going to play this. See if it actually goes through. They may have a third counter spell. And they do. Well. There's not a whole lot I can do there. Okay. A squash for the Catilda. They did use a bunch of their counter spells, so... Although this will come in, make them another token, that's fine. They're going to draw all 4 of their Geistlight Snares. There might be a couple other counter spells that they're running too. I think the deck also might run Wash Away. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Would like to have draw the Flinger maybe. Yep. No, that's pretty good. Not a whole lot I can do about it. It's pretty much game over here. Yep. Full attack. Not a whole lot I can do. Triple counter spell pretty much ended the game for me. It was close. Or concede. Yeah, I think that game was relatively close, but the triple Geistlight Snare pretty much ended my game. Which is fine. There's not a lot I can do about it. I mean, guess what counter spells are for. This deck is very much susceptible to control decks, just because it's tap out nature. Now, again, I don't know if 100% for sure if this is the reconstructed deck or not, but you kind of got to see the strengths of it. I don't think this card's very good. Just looking at it right now, I'd much rather have another Quakebringer. I'd much rather have another Squash. This should be 4. This is fine at 3. I don't really want more than 1 copy. This is a pretty good card too. This seems really good. So I would... This just kind of a win more. I'm not a big fan of that. Certland Flinger's pretty good. Well, I never got to see him. So whenever it attacks. Okay, so I would get rid of that guy. Quakebringer's essentially what the deck wants. It's running on this and the Calamity Bearer. I don't know if... Glimpse of the Cosmos gives you some good card advantage. I think Invasion of the Giants is good as well. I think that wants to be bumped up to 4. I don't think the Ford is worth it. Fjord. I think I would rather have the Storm Carved Coast. It's possible that you want this card in there as well somewhere. Maybe like that. It's not a bad card. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's, 6 mana, deal 2 damage, and scry 2. But in conjunction with Crush the Weak, I think it could be pretty good. I don't know if I want more than that. So I think the best cards, I'm going to craft it right now because I actually kind of like this deck. I might play around with it some more. Oops. Yeah, I think it needs all 4 Quakebringers. I think that's your kind of, this right here, this curve is pretty good. The Calamity Bearer into the Quakebringer. I thought there was another, Jignan. Giant. Wasn't the one that makes, untaps your creatures and you get another, wasn't he a giant? 6 mana. I could be wrong. Oh, Marag. Minotaur Warrior. This might be worth it in some number, maybe. I like this card a lot, although I don't think there's enough mana to support it. That's not bad. This is definitely needs 4 of. I think this plus this is fine. I think I like that card a lot, actually. I don't know if this would be very good. This card's okay. It gives you a little bit of ramp. It's not the best. It's possible that this needs to be another copy as well. And then maybe we get rid of maybe this. That's a little bit of card draw, I guess. It's +2/+2 and has trample until end of turn. And then it deals combat damage. Exile that many cards. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. But it's not the best, I don't think. You can exile like 6 cards or something like that with the amount of damage you'll do. Oh, it's a sorcery. It's not an enchantment. My bad. I thought it was an enchantment. May not be worth it at all, actually. I may just want to play another one of those. Oh, I don't have one. Strange. Is it another one that's not available through packs and stuff? I opened quite a bit. I mean, I have pretty much all of the Kaldheim cards. That's where I would go with the deck right now. Basically cut out some of the not unplayable stuff, but the Zalto is not really that great. Yeah, it's a big thing to sacrifice to the Surtland Flinger, but so is the Cyclone Summoner or the Quakebringer. And I think you just want more of the Reflections is pretty sweet. Like having a couple of the Quakebringers out, like it copies them. But as you saw in the first game there, it didn't really have enough time to actually cast it. And if that's the case, then more likely than not, you're always going to be under pressure. So playing cards that don't either advance your board, even though they're sweet, I have nothing against the card personally. I'd rather not play that card. Yeah, it's you kind of can also masquerade as a blue-red control deck, so you might get some free wins that way, and people might concede when they see you're playing blue-red. I know I've done it in the past where it's like, I don't want to play against blue-red right now, and I'll just concede right on the spot. This guy's not really a 3-drop. He's more of a 5-drop. So it's kind of hard to say. I don't know if this is any good in this deck. May not want it. What other giants? Can't spell giant today. What other giants are there? Get rid of that. Is there anything else that can be played? That's interesting. No. That's not a bad giant, but it's also 5 mana. I don't really want to pay 5 mana. That's not a bad giant either. But 6 mana. It's 4 mana. I'd like to have like that might not be too bad. But you're not going to have a lot of giants in play. I found like with like looking at the first game. Doomscar Titan, that's not bad. Again, though, you're talking like really high up in the mana. Although when it comes into play, it's a 5/4 haste for 5. That's not bad, but again, you're not really going to have a lot of giants. That's not the best either. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not really a lot of giants to play around with. Anything I don't have? Maybe? Aha. Enchant Giant you control. When giant scrap enters the battlefield, gain control of target non-land permanent as farmers. Oh, so as long as this is in play, you can steal something. Okay, that's interesting. The Certland Elementalist. Reveal from... That's interesting too. That's another one of those cards that's not available. I think it was in the pre-constructed. There's really only 2 that I don't have. There's this one at 4 mana. That might be interesting. Might be very hard to kill some of the giants. But I don't know what you would really need something like that for. This is a possibility that you might want more of this in the deck as well. You might also want, let me see if there's anything, something like even playing like something like Barbarian class, kind of gives you something to do with your mana. Maybe something like Boots of Speed too, although that's 1 mana. I was kind of hoping with something that was like 1 or 2 mana that gives haste to all your creatures. Vampire, no, I don't care about that. Yeah, the Archduke is a possibility as well. Just +1 and all your creatures gain haste. I think this, and I think, just hold on 1 second. And I think playing, just to have a little bit more of spice or variety with the deck. I think just playing something like this at 4 mana, just to give you some more card draw. It's not really a big deal. Basically all you want to do is spend it to, you pay 1 mana and then you go up to 3 mana. There's no other benefit to it. You'll have it maybe this every once in a while, which will activate the second one. But you're basically just playing this just to get to the haste, being able to have the where is it? The Certland Flinger come into play, and then you can attack, smash, and then hit for a lot. It's basically what you want to do with it. I don't know if that's going to play out very well, but I think that's where I'd like to go. I think there's a creature that's coming out in the new set that gives, for 1 mana, it gives all your creatures haste. It's a possibility for the deck as well. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing this deck, actually. I'm going to probably play it some more and see what works and what doesn't work. Maybe the person that actually played the deck lists, found the right numbers and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.